go with a bigger belt, run the alternator a little higher. But I'm trying to, I mean, that's not the only ball I'm juggling. Unfortunately, for me. But it's starting to come together pretty well. I wanted to hang this upside down instead of like the original idea that I had, like this. It's kind of like marginally hitting everything in every direction like this. So I gotta just rearrange a couple mounts and pickup points here, and I could have it somewhere like there. Notice how much more room without me hitting anything.
Right.
So I like that better. Plus the location is just as good. I mean, I've got more. I'm out of the way of everything.
Yeah.
I'm not in the way of anything here. You won't even see this because once that pipe is there, I mean, you know. But it will be accessible, you know. Firewall should be, the ABS pump is like right here. So the funny thing that I was noticing though is the spacing between these coils and the spacing between the throttle body and the flange is identical. So if I remade two of these guys with longer ears, I could use that. Yeah, you see how I like that? So I can get rid of this guy and this guy. Not get rid of, but I put these two to the ends.
Right.
Make that look real clean. And then this guy, I'll just remake this one with a longer ear, and then we'll just clock it, tighten it. That's it. We'll put a leg from there to here, so it's not like, you know, you wake up one day and your coils are facing down, hitting the block. Yeah. So I thought, I mean, it's a, you know, like I said, it's not the only ball I'm juggling here, but
yeah, that's cool, man.
yeah, everything's pretty. I mean, let's snug down a couple more things to make sure they don't move around.
Where did they go originally? Like under here? Up in here?
No, they kind of like went right here at an angle. You know?
Yeah. There's a plate there or something.
Yeah, that's no good there.
I hope we're going to use a different oil metering pump.
Yeah. Well, I found two in that box right there in bags separately.
Oh yeah.
Don't know where those came from.
I think we should take one
there
off
might
of
not be anything wrong with that one other than it got gouged. Who knows if a belt didn't go loose here and just whack everything out and then they try to like rig it. All we gotta do is clip, solder, fix, yank out pins and resolder, and that'll be a brand new plug. It's worse than it looks, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
When I first saw it, I thought somebody had destroyed it.
Yeah.
No, they didn't know how to. They just put a bunch of glue on it. And they try to use the existing like strains, I'm imagining.
So I got a couple other RX7s or RX8s sitting around, like that silver car has a working one.
Yeah.
Have you tried using it on your car yet or no?
Which one?
The one on the car parked in front of your shop.
Yeah, yeah.
It worked?
It took it out of lit mode. We have been tinkering with it like off and on. I just dropped the car off over there right now because it's got a clogged catalytic, which is what it is. It feels weird because it does not feel blown. It does not sound blown. I could go in like third gear when I'm out of RPM and just like stab it and let off, and the car's raw. These cars go.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, I hear you. I heard you. They don't react. Right. They don't react. So I told him, I go, look, take it for a drive. Dude, you hear the car coming? And you're like, oh, this is something. Not some blown engine with like corked exhaust and other situations or nesting in there. Like, I was like, dude, drive this car. It's not like I'm gonna enter into a race, but I'm not driving a blown engine here. Whoom, and you know, get on it, every gear's like, that car starts like doing some crazy shit, I just let off. I'm not trying to experiment with the suspension or the wheels falling off. The fucking thing is beyond smart. Beyond smart. Like, this is a smart sensor. The fucking gas pedal is a smart sensor. Every fucking sensor on this engine is a smart sensor. Not because it's like went to college, but it talks to the computer. So every numbered amount of cycles, if it didn't receive the proper information, whoa, cancel that, turn that off, lit mode that. It's beyond tricky. And here's what I mean. So this thing's got a factory setting for the throttle stop. So you think, well, they put that there to adjust the throttle. Absolutely wrong. Go ahead and adjust that. Okay, you get the little mechanical reaction. It's idling now. Go inside the car. It's like the gas pedal's not there. It just realized that something is wrong. It has several sensors in here, but more importantly, it has like a Hall effect pickup on the throttle blade and the armature. So it not only knows what you're trying to do, but it is not. It is not only the lid to this, but if you take a closer look, that whole thing in there, guess what? That's a circuit that you don't see. This is a magnetic Hall effect pickup with a reluctor. It knows the exact position of everything. What the computer's telling it, where this armature is and where it really is in real life, angle-wise. So if you think you're slick and you're gonna just move this, say like an insignificant amount like that, get ready to not be able to use this car. Yeah, so I realized that real quickly and I was like, wow, man, this is something else. Like, you really cannot get around this. So anyways, I go back to the throttle thing and I get the throttle pedal out. And if you take the throttle pedal apart, you'll see that, you know, if you wanted to mechanically adjust, which you can, that's the whole point. We're trying to raise the idle on this somehow. It's all computer controlled. Obviously, if we get into computer, we wouldn't be worrying about this, but we're not worrying about that right now. So mechanically, I get the throttle pedal and I shim it to show, like whatever, first of all, the first few times it was like too high of an idle, too high of a throttle. So I put the smallest piece in there. You will be able to get away with that momentarily. And here's where I mean by that. The computer is smart. It communicates with every sensor, not just receives a signal or send one back. It sends checks. Like, oh yeah? You know, like it checks, it calls, almost like a poker game. It's like, it's constantly finding out things for real. So anyways, when you mess with the throttle cable, the throttle pedal, just like this, it already knows that it's at the wrong angle, but since you're interacting with the car through that sensor, it's allowing you, for the moment, to play with those fictitious numbers, we'll call them. Yeah, well, what happens is, the same number of cycled CAN bus information, say you figured you got it licked, you're done, you're putting away your tools, you're leaving the car idle there, now it's idling nice, what have you. Wrong. The thing will go, burr. All of a sudden, and you'll be like, oh my God, what happened? You run over there, boom, it'll turn right back on, boom, boom, it's idling again, everything's fine. If you leave that pedal there, and it knows that wrong number is coming back every single time, it says, all right, I've had enough of this wrong number. Something is totally wrong here. Boom, shut everything down.
What's happening?
Situation?
No, brand new computer with everything set up properly. The pinout configuration as per the instructions was wrong.
For what? A Microtech?
An electronic modular. And they were a brand new computer. They were telling him that no, it's impossible, this and that.
The same situation that you had with those people from Germany?
Yeah, and as it turned out, I said, you know, I went and I timed each, you know, fired up the engine on the trailing only.
Yeah, so you know the motor's good.
And checked it with a timing light.
Right ones are right.
And the only way that it fired and ran normal
by switching it
was cross.
leading.
And the pinout and the cable color
specifically says not to.
Says that he had it.
He had it right, but it wasn't.
And they're fighting with him. So I finally told him, he's talking to John Christensen. I finally said, but I can't hear.
I saw it. It's wrong. Right.
So it's got the same coils that blew up my race motor in England after running for years with Turbo 2 coils.
The Turbo 2 coils?
Yeah, the AEM, the new AEM coils, they require 5.5 milliseconds of dwell time.
No.
Anything less than that, they won't run.
Kill.
You know, you'd melt that with any other
Anything
coil.
good, yeah.
So I don't know. I told them that, you know, they cooked that motor with those coils. That's all they did was change those coils and poof. You know?
That's not good.
So I don't know.
I was looking for fittings and stuff here because I didn't know how you wanted to do the rails, but here.
These are pipe fittings. These are not
not the right one.
right. Oh man.
Did you see what he was going to do with these? Put them over here.
Yeah.
Extend these up and catch those holes there. That's fucking brilliant.
Came up with that idea yesterday. Right from here. Actually, yesterday they fit a little bit better because we didn't have this in between, but we can bring them up here. Boris told me that you ordered a tuning software from Italy.
Well, I got this mechanical tuner device that plugs into the
OBD?
Yeah, and then you can actually hack into any car computer with it. It's a new device they just like have been working on, and it's going to be shipping, I think, in another month or so.
Oh, but it's an actual device that to go into.
It's like a cob, but it works on any car. It's not like married to one car or
right,
whatever.
And so it lets you look at the parameters in like Windows based, or is it?
Yeah, there's some software program that it has.
Comes with the software.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a manual and everything. It's I got the. It was a crowdfunding deal, you know, and you can just get the device or get the book with it or the software and everything. I just got the whole thing. And,
yeah.
When did we get that? We don't know. It's supposed to ship July.
I'll double check, but I think it was going to be like this month or mid next month, something. It's soon. Within a month, I should have it.
We need to get into everything ASAP. For the business end of it.
It's cheaper.
That's what I mean too.
Cheaper overall for them.
You don't have to change your computer. That computer is beyond good. It's just that it doesn't lend itself to the guy on the sidewalk.
The guy.
I need some fitting so I could. What I was gonna ask you is, how exactly do you want to route this?
Come in through the secondary fuel rail, then jump to the primary and go back.
All 8 everywhere until you get to the regulator.
Well, no. Come in with 8.
Yeah.
Jump down from the secondary to the primary and 6.
6. So
We're gonna come in with 8.
and then 6 right after the rail. Good. All right. Do I need fittings inside here? Reduce that off there. Put a blade one up and catch a screw right here.
Oh, you mean to hang it up instead of here?
Yeah.
That we talked about yesterday?
Yeah. Yeah, because this has got to get a leg regardless to hold this whole fucking manifold. You might as well. You see how much more room there is here?
I've never ran a leg like this on any.
Neither have I, but it would help. You don't need it.
You don't need it.
But I'm saying, if we add this on, I just add that leg for safety. These guys to the inside, put these guys to the outside so it looks nice. And I'm going to hang it off that pole. I'm going to drop a leg.
Hang it off this screw?
Yeah, right here. That one. And then over here, I'm going to use this one to put a leg here and just hold it from going like this. That's it. If you look at this, look, it's perfect. The 1/8 inch that I'm left over here, I'm flat on the back edge of this. So all I gotta do is knock an 1/8 inch off of here, knock an 1/8 inch off of there, and I have room for something like this to go in here. And you know, this looks ugly. If it looked like this, it would look a lot nicer. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna switch these guys to the ends and put these ones that, when I put that there, this is gonna be to the inside. You're not gonna see it. Plus there's gonna be a pipe here, so I'm not gonna see nothing anyway. But what I'm saying is you still got room, you know, you're not doing this to the engine. Like I said, you can't get in there no more. I thought that was better. And all I gotta do is take this apart and shave that off, shave this off, move these guys to the inside, done. I have to take coils off and just switch them around. This thing stacks.
Yeah, I like that idea.
I mean that, this, everything's already, you know, not loose. Everything's exactly where it's gonna be. So make sure that nothing's touching, you know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of room in this car to put parts.
Do we still need to weld this, or do they weld them on the inside?
This side I'm not sure. This side I know we welded the whole thing.
Right.
This one I don't think so. This needs to be finished welded, and so does the inner tube. That's it.
And we need to, I need to get a hold of him and see if we can get it. Because then we can do, basically get into the fucking computer and, you know, adjust all the parameters and stuff for the stock RX8s. I remembered from years ago looking at a voltage amplifier to basically get more spark out of an inductive type coil setup, which is what all the new cars are coming, coil and plug, you know, one coil per cylinder, like basically like this. And dude, I started doing a little bit of research, and it's like now there's like 20 people, 20 different companies, big companies, doing the same shit. It all got started, I'm not gonna mention who started it, but it all got started by one guy.
Quite nice.
And now there's like companies and companies and companies with the same basic concept with little tweaks here and there. And they're getting stupid money for these step-up transformers. I mean, I'm talking stupid money. I'm talking like, you know, $500 around there. We found some circuits that got an order and package them into the system. Hey, let me tell you something, man. His car with a little hole runs better than your car with a big hole.
Oh, don't let me talk about my little hole like that.
You know, it's incredible. So that's why I'm trying.
I get complexed. Start talking about my little hole.
Oh, so wait a minute.
My hole is tighter than yours.
Your hole is tighter than mine.
He
and
gave
yours
you the
runs
loose
better.
hole.
That's
wrong. That's wrong. We're supposed
I got
to be
the
friends.
well-worn-in hole.
You got the bigger hole.
Man, I drove the car.
I don't want to hear it.
I drove the car last night.
I got the tighter hole. That's all I know.
I drove the car last night. I was impressed. I mean,
No
I was
mistake,
literally
man.
impressed. And this is a dead motor, an absolute dead motor. It pulls. It really, I mean, it pulls. It pulls strength.
Come on,
So yeah, it's just time to experiment.
Well, it's right here, man. You can pull them out.
RX8, everything.
So you got to pull them out and make them. You can't make these tighter though. These are bigger online. You're saying, or
Yeah.
So
see, he made. The machinist made him exactly as the first piece that I already made.
what you should do is try mine in his car then, see if there's a difference.
Exactly, that's what I want to try.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I want to try it,
Your
because
size-
everything,
your head is the size
that
of one,
motor
and
was
that's on one of
dead
the
that it
rollers.
wouldn't even start, and now it's cranking up.
Yeah.
Fucking everything is 3 inch.
Along with a
3 inch
couple of other
got
little
a
things that
socket
I've
set?
done with the,
3 to 9, 3 to 9 inches.
adjusting the fuel mixture and all that.
I could work
So
on the
now I want to
ECU.
try those units on his car, see if the performance increases or decreases. I suspect it's going to decrease based on how good that car is running.
We're gonna use a machine
But
to fix a machine.
we don't know.
Be interesting to
That's
see,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for missing a gasket or what we're gonna do here. Probably gonna make a custom gasket. It's gonna make it thicker is what I'm saying.
Right.
Oh shit. It might have come out too perfect.
Ah! It's definitely gonna be tricky. Right, I had it right the first time.
So the cool thing about this is if you need to change the coils, you
You could just take your throttle body off. Or you could just change one.
right. That's what I'm saying. You don't
Yeah,
have to
you
take
don't
the
have to
whole
take
rack.
everything.
You
I
could
mean,
just
yeah, you could if you
pull-
wanted to. Yeah.
You got a bad one, but these things they should last.
These
for a
are
long
not
time.
going to go as bad as the other one.
Yeah. Looks like it was meant to be, Boris.
Almost. Almost.
In fact, when the Japanese built this engine, they were looking forward to the day you would be doing this and building it right.
Please
since they
fix it
could-
for us. Please fix it for us.
Here, we'll just leave this hole right
We
here,
leave this?
so you can mount the coils right underneath it and have a badass coil rack.
We couldn't figure it out, but we knew where it was supposed to maybe go. We left you
Right.
some bungs available.
That's creativity, man.
I gotta just tighten this down.
Wow.
Hey now. It looks almost proper.
Beautiful. It's becoming a work of art.
I mean, you know, that's a little stretch, but I'll take it.
That is so cool.
Got a clock. We have some closure. Tight is an understatement. Come back to us. I have quick reflexes that work on this thing. Not touching nothing. Oh, still not touching. I mean, I gotta put some permanent bushings and stuff. I'm just trying to get the measurement, but I'm very happy with that.
It's
I'm very
fantastic.
happy. Got like the pipes and stuff. I mean, that's pretty much good. I think we could probably like streamline some of this so it's not so marginal, you know? Like, I don't want that to rub open the stepper motor and it's, you know, it's not necessary. That's just the way it came, you know? I mean, realistically, we could have used 4 of these guys, but like I said, for future production ones, this is all going to be incorporated into
piece.
the inner pieces, right?
Yeah.
Like for now, we have to work with what's available.
Yeah, it's
But-
a mock-up. I mean,
Yeah, but
it's-
even still, like on the mock-up, it's already 10 times better than what they ever thought of.
I know.
So, yo! Yeah. Take a break. You know how to do that? Variable like that, like loop them around so they're out of the way of everything. Super clean. simple.
There's still an engine here. It's not a ball of shit. Yeah.
We could put the CLR amplifiers there.
I mean, you could put, maybe, yeah, maybe there's room for that. Maybe you could fucking put a can right here, a breather with a filter, catch can, from all those other things that were breathing before, like this, like that thing right there, or it's got a hose here too. Like a catch can here with a return wheel. I don't know. These cars don't require any of that, do they?
I like the blue one.
Blue one is probably gonna look better. Yeah.
Blue one?
I think so. Still got the old school and as you already know, this has to have something different on there soon.
That's just the pulleys.
Yeah, it's nice.
The pulleys that you gave me a hard time about is blue.
Well, that's another thing though. You can have that with just a little engraving on the edge. Look, has water if you busted that off there, right?
No, no.
Oil?
That's
Oil cavity? Yeah. It's weird that it has an oil, like a freeze plug for that.
Thank God that they had that, because that's how we oiled the four-rotor engines, right through that fucking hole.
Why? Because there's no other hole?
Because they
have no center
put
plate
these
with
stationary gears in the thin intermediate, and they, you know.
There's no room for the thing to go through there now. Right.
It goes,
The little passage got blocked. Wow.
Nice. Very, very nice.
And still have room. Everything still looks clean and separated, you know, like not just smashed in there. The Renaissance does not have an idle air motor. So you would have to make that provision. That's what I'm saying. Don't even bother. Then plate it, and tune it. Yeah.
Plate it, yeah.
But I'm waiting on this. I'd rather just make the plates. We have oil feed. We have oil drain. We have the fuel pressure regulator mounted. We have the coils mounted. We have the filler neck mounted. We have both fuel rails mounted. The only thing that this thing is missing is the wire harness finished and the plumbing of this fuel injection with the oil pan. That thing's ready to go back in there and get some more love.
Looks a lot better like this. It's a lot tidier. This piece is gonna have to be casted. There's just no two ways about it. Making it by hand, it's just too time consuming.
Well, that's what I was saying.
We still have to buy this elbow anyway.
Right.
Everything else is pretty much straightforward. I mean, it's taken a long time to get this done, but obviously it's coming together nicely. These brackets here, you know, we'll get them water jet cut. I mean, this is pretty basic. Not that difficult. You just gotta find a place that will do it. I gotta find that catalog. It's in my office somewhere.
It's coming along. It's coming along. Before we put the thing back in, I'm just gonna make a little list of hardware, like some screws and some bolts and some washers, some proper spacers and stuff, and just take all whatever's been rigged on there, like long screws, double nuts, whatever. Just make everything permanent, like just mocking it up, make sure everything's bolted down and fastened exactly where it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Driving behind them, like there's a gas locomotive up there. Way too much fuel. Way too much fuel.
You can smell it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's carbon rich.
You know what it is?
Rotary needs to be running on fumes as lean as you can.
I know what. I'll tell you what it is. You know what it is?
What?
The Innovate air fuel meter has the plug to the adaptronic hooked up. There's a single wire on that because it's getting the signal from the O2 sensor, but it's not feeding it to the computer, the factory computer.
Really?
Because it's, yeah, it has a single wire output for that.
We have to check and fix that. Look, the number one issue with these cars, especially this fucking car, is you better have your electronics.
Yeah.
Right? Tight.
Yeah.
Tight. Not one loose wire, not one weak ground. Tight. Why? Because it fucking checks everything. Cycle-wise. Like, if it doesn't have the right number just right, like it had it, it even learns. It knows that that number is way off. If it's a human suggestible input, like a throttle or whatever, it will let you get away with that.
Yeah.
But don't think it's not keeping track of it, and at one moment say, you know what, fuck this, shut this down, turn on this light. That's why, like, you can't fuck around with this car when it goes out to the electronics, especially not to the factory ECU. So whatever you have disconnected there, let's not even worry about that. We need to fix that back, put it back to stock. That thing, your whatever the fuck, innovative whatever, has an output wire that you could pick from whichever one. One has this voltage, one has that one has that one. You could take the one that fed the factory shit and just give that right back. And then everything will work without the electronic.
Right,
That's
I know.
what we need to do.
Yeah, it's just a matter of running that wire through the firewall and connecting it back to the factory O2 sensor, you know, in the wiring harness.
We need to get software. That stuff that you got, but it's coming, it's gonna work. Great. If not, I'm gonna get.
We have to have that capability. Here, give me that. I'm gonna put that away.
Interface with the where it's got a suction tube from this side with a little venturi and coming in at a 45 degree, so the fuel pump, the fuel of the pump on one side is pumping out.
It's cycling through the other one. It's creating vacuum to pull the other one.
And it pulls gasoline from the other tank. I would have never thought about that.
That's not bad.
That's a cheap option.
That's not bad. I put one transfer pump inside the tank, and then your two big pumps in a surge tank in the trunk. And then you've got enough fuel for 1,000 horse. You don't have to worry about putting a pump here, putting a pump there, fucking with the factory level sensor, because I'm assuming once you take that canister out, it's got the level sensor.
No, that's the beauty about it. The canister has a level sensor and one pump. You leave that completely alone, and you put another pump on the other side.
Oh, we open it up. You got a tank right there.
Regardless, these pumps all have built-in check valves. They have to.
Which one?
These Walbros.
Oh, Walbro.
These pumps that are made for dead end.
Bosch has the shit on the screw.
Yeah, but these pumps that are made for dead end systems, they're one way only. It's got to have a check valve so that it can bleed.
Right. So if this one starves, you still maintain pressure. That's what I'm saying. Like, I was like, dude, how the fuck do you take a turn even with two pumps when one part starves?
You don't want to run out of gas in the middle of the thing.
Anywhere, fuck that. You're in a straightaway.
Yeah, right.
Just because you don't wreck doesn't mean your engine didn't melt.
Right.